Everyone able to see my screen? Everyone able to see, right? Now, yesterday we discussed what? Yesterday we did for the web service testing, right? So now today we will do for the different session. Okay, yeah. So now we'll discuss like after scripting is completed, like we did for the scripting. Scripting done, and after that we are execution, test execution. So after that, like some transactions, assume some transactions response time. Like after execution is completed, we observe that some transaction response time, like login, and it took for the 2.4 seconds. And as into the, we can go with the after login. Assume this is the flight booking application. Assume, okay. After that login, we need to do for the, what we can do, we can click on flights. Click on flights, and it took for the like assume already we did for okay, no problem, we'll take here only. Okay, this is the 1.6 seconds. And now fourth point, as like next third transaction, find flight. It took for the 1.3 seconds. Okay, and next transaction will be payment. Okay, so this transaction happened for the 1.8 seconds. So final transaction will be log out. So after execution completed, we are analyze the results like this, and we observe for the, these are the results. Now we can observe actually our SLA will be 2 seconds. So now after execution completed, you are analyzing the results. Okay, we are executed test with the assume 500 users. 500 users. So 500 users, this is the average response time. We are considering for the average response time we got for the this is things. So we are observed that. So after scripting is completed, test execution is completed. Now we are analyzing the results. So we are finding for the login part is took for the 2.4 seconds. And click on flight is happen for the 1.6 seconds. And find flight is happen 1.3. And payment is happen 1.8. Logout is happen 1.2 seconds. Then you can observe any one of the transactions more than 2 seconds. Yes, right? So login is happen more than 2 seconds. So if you send these results, client will not accept. Actually my SL is a 2 second, but it's happened 2.4 second. So why it is happen? But I want only for 2 second response time. So that is why before client will not accept. So that is why what we need to do means we need to analyze the results. We need to analyze the results. So how to we can start our analysis? Like first point we can like client side statistics. We are going to the client side statistics. Okay, and second point server side statistics. Server side, and third point web page diagnostics. And fourth point is the application side. So this is the way you need to dig the issue. Actually, you got response time will be high, means we need to find the why this transaction happen more than 2 seconds. You need to analyze the results. And fifth point, we need to database also. Database statistics also we need to find. So using these points we need to find for the first thing client state statistics. So client state statistics nothing but we need to like using for the what are the things will be there, right? It's per second. Client state statistics, what are things means it's per second graph. Per second graph. And next one will be throughput. And connections. And after connections we need to response time also, it will come here, response time. So these all will be client state statistics, like it per second and throughput graph, connection, response time. So this all will coming from the like it's a client state statistics. So we need to identify the issue, means we need to merge this graph, like it per second and throughput you can merge. So for example, we'll open Paint and we'll see for the clear cut in this point. Okay, so now we are merging the graph, okay, with its and throughput. So now we can observe. So graph will be look like this. So it is the x-axis, y-axis will be there. Then you are merged graph, like you are merged for the per second throughput. So what will happen means, so it will be happen like this actually. Okay, so its throughput will be generate like this. So one of the time it went for here, and when you merge right graph, throughput also it will be same like this, it will come. So after merge the graph, we are able to see further like this graph will be there, means it is a wave pattern will be there. There is we don't have both graphs will be, it's a direct proportional. After merging the graph, it is inverse proportional. See, after merge the graph, it is showing as a direct proportional or inversal. Hello, everyone will be there in call.
Yes, sir.
So why no one is responding properly? So it's a direct proportional, inverse proportional. It is the direct proportional. Direct proportional nothing but it is a where this graph will be. We don't have any spikes. Maybe this graph will here, but this graph went here, means maybe this graph here, this graph went here. So means that is the inversely proportional. But you can observe these two graphs merged properly, and this is the direct proportional. So if merge the graph with per second throughput, it is the direct proportional. There is no problem. If it is inversely proportional, so like you can assume this, and we'll clear this, and we'll okay, otherwise you can do one thing immediately, it will new we can view, and so then again we'll take for the x-axis and y-axis. Now we can assume again we are merging the graph, it will be coming like this. Okay, and sometimes it's went for like this, and sometimes it went for like this. So then throughput is generating, sometimes it went like this, and sometimes again it went like this, again went like this. Then so by seeing this, both graphs will be direct proportional or inverse proportional. Inverse proportionals, because this graph only it will went for here only, it's marking here, it is like this, but this graph is went for the above, means hits will be increasing more compared to the throughput is increasing more than hit per second. So that is why your graph is inversely proportional. So if it is a inversely proportional, then we can consider as a issue with the, what if the issue means, it may be application side issue or web server issue, we need to check. Like we need to log into the web server and we need to check for the any connections, we have the less connections, so we need to dig that issue like this. That is the it per second throughput. If you merge this all graphs, what we given, right, it per second, throughput, connection, response time, if you merge these graphs, then it is a directly proportional, it is fine, client side star 6. If it is inversely proportional, then it is issue could be is network or it is a web server issue or application issue, we need to identify. So, but here we have the one thing will be there. Everything, every graph will be it per second, throughput, connection, response times is there, right? We can merge this graph will be direct proportional only. So it's inter-equation. When we can merge the throughput and response time, both should be inverse proportional or it is a direct proportional, it will ask. So it is a important question. If you merge throughput and response time, both should be inversely proportional, because throughput will be generating from the like this is a wave pattern, but response time it is went from the above of this, it is a like curves will come. So that is why this inter-equation, everything will be direct proportional only, but throughput and response time, if you merge these two graphs, it is inversely proportional. So we merged this graph and we did analysis, then we are unable to find any issue for the client side stat6. Then we can move to the server side stat6. Server side nothing but what are the things we can monitor, CPU and memory. So already we know for right monitoring tool, using the monitoring tool we can find for the CPU memory, like it is a after test is completed, CPU is a 65%, then it's fine, and memory is it went for the like 72, then it is good. Maybe it is a more than that. So if it is crossed for the 80%, 85, and it is crossed for the 82, so it is a memory is crossed for the more than 80%. If Windows you are executing for, you are doing for the Windows application, Windows, right, you are doing for the Windows, like we are doing for the Windows nothing but everything is the front-end applications. Maybe it's a Linux, Unix means you need to do for the everything is the commands, top command, we have the different commands will be there, that is the Linux. So you are doing for the Windows means it transfer the more than 80% CPU or memory, then we can consider as a CPU memory is not sufficient for the particular user load. Then we need to recommend it to the particular team, could you please increase for the CPU and memory. Maybe it is the Linux, then if it is crossed more than 90%, then it is problem with the CPU, and memory also it is crossing more than 90%, then it is a memory issue. So after before that it is crossing more than 80 only, it is the issue for the memory, because particular user point of view not sufficient for the CPU and memory. So it is a Windows based, that is Linux means it is crossing more than 95%, then we can consider as a CPU memory is not sufficient. So based on that we can give for the report, okay, server side statistics we observe, so everything will be less than this threshold statistics, then no need to, okay, server side statistics also good, then we can move to the next point, web page dynamics. So in web page dynamics, what is the web page dynamics means, using for the web page dynamics we need to find for the, it could be network or server issue. So we need to, using for the web page dynamics, we can drill down the application, and using for the web page dynamics we need to identify the, like it is a network issue, server issue. How we need to do means, using for the time taken buffer graph will be there, time taken buffer graph, and we have one more thing will be there, page component level. Page component level. So using these two we need to identify the issue, like time taken buffer graph nothing but if it is a time taken buffer graph is high, then we can consider as a network issue. maybe its time taken buffer is low, then we can consider as a server issue. And as if to the page component level, nothing but each and every page, like launch page, after searching for the click on bite, after finding the flight. So each page component level, you need to check. Okay, this particular page is taking, if it is a more than response time or not. Like actually, that will be very soon. You need to execute for that particular page. But one page you observed some search page, so that is taking for the more than some response time. Like it is that particular page only, it is taking for the 1.8 seconds. So means only that page only it's taking 1.8 seconds, means remaining pages also we need to load, right? So that is why we are considered as okay, this particular login page, it is getting for the 2.4 seconds, means this page is taking more than high response time. So we need to identify how to we can dig that issue, means we can open the application and you need to check for the manually. Just you can click on login button, just open for the any timer, and you need to observe it's a manually also how much time response time taking for this particular page. So maybe it's manually you checked, so it is also taking for the more than 1.8. Then we need to inform to our dev tool, like it's a manually also the application taking for the high response time in that particular page. So could you please look on for your side? Then they will change for their side. They will look for their code changes like object or class or their point of view they will change. And once they will change, right, the page will be execute very fast. So this is the way we need to identify the web page diagnostics. And after that, application side. So application side, nothing but we need to check with the application side issue. Like it is any object issue or any class or any thread or any memory issue. We need to check for these all things in the application side. So how to we can dig this, I will explain for our real-time class. Okay, no worry about that. And this is the another thing, but application side we need to check with the any object level issue or any class level, any thread level, any memory issues we need to identify. And going to the database side. So database side we need to, like actually you are doing for the login, you are entering some username and password, so that is coming from the database. So database side also sometimes will be delay happen. So some particular one of the queries taking high response time, because of that login page is taken for the high response time. We need to inform to the our DB team. Then they will change for their side, like they will change for their code level things, like in database queries also they will change, and after that again we can execute. Then we can see for the response time will be good. So same to we need to get from the AWR report also. Using this AWR report, we need to identify the issue, like which core is taking high response time and what is the DB CPU utilization, DB memory utilization, and we can see for the lot of things in the AWR report. So based on this input, we need to find the issue, what is the exactly issue for our application. So this is only for when it is happen, means your transaction. Now you can observe, now is everything is fine, no need to come to here and no need to do this all things. Maybe when you are come, means if it is a response time will be more than your SLA, then you need to dig the issue. This is the way you need to dig that issue. Okay, so everyone is clear this? Everyone clear? So now we can see for the database issue. So how to application side issue we need to identify, means we have the some APM tools will be there. APM tools like App Dynamics and Dynatrace, and we have the lot of will be there, because I am explaining for the some JVisual VM. So Using this APM tools, we need to check with the application side statistics. Nothing but if it is any object issue or any class issue, any thread issue, any memory issue, we need to identify. So right now we don't have app dynamics and dynatrace because that will be expensive tool, but Jvisulavm will be free tool. If you install for the Java JDK, like we can go to the download. If you install for the JDK 8.0, see JDK 8, then once you can install software in our system, you can just go to the Google and just okay, I will show that also, maybe you don't confuse. You can go to the Google and just type it Java 1.8 download for Windows. You can type and you can observe this is the Java SE. You can click on downloads, then you can come to down. We are able to see the this all will be products, and this is the Linux one, and different environments will be there, but we are doing for the Windows, right? You can come down and you can observe we have the Windows 64-bit and we need to download this, and once you can download and you can installation is completed, you can go to the particular folder, like where it is installing, everything will be installed in the C folder. You can go to the C folder, go to the program files and go to the Java, and you can observe here we have the different type of Java will be there. I told, right, we need for the Java JDK 1.8 above, right? So you can click on this, and after that we can go to the bin folder, and here we have the Jvisulavm will be there. See, now you can observe this is the Jvisulavm. Everyone able to see? So once you can click on open, it will be look like this. So it will be look like this. So this is the APM tool. Using this tool, we need to identify the issue. So how to we can identify the issue? Nothing but so like we can go here and you can click on this. I'm closing this. Can click on that. So you can click on this, you are able to see the monitor, nothing but CPU, memory, and this is the classes, threads nothing but as objects, and so everything we need to monitor like this. So now you can observe, we can I think I'm not open JMeter, right? We'll open JMeter now. So once open JMeter, so we want like execute one scenario and we'll observe for the how to will get for the like how CPU memory increasing, this all things we can observe, and we have what are the scripts right now. Oh, record sample JMX. I don't know what is this script. I think we are not did any changes. Okay, this script is we are not did and all things. Now we'll go to the okay. I think API we did, right. Anything is fine. API we have. So here we did for the everything like assertions we did and constant timer and everything we did, right. So now this is the my script. Now script is ready. I want to execute this. So you can go to the thread group and here we can give for the okay assume I'm giving for the for now 100 users, and 100 users will be ramp up 100 seconds. Means every 1 second one user will be ramp up. Test duration I am giving for the 300 means 5 minutes, right? We don't have that much time. And 100 seconds means 140, and we can give for the 120 seconds means 2 minutes. Okay, now we'll execute, and we'll go to the near, and we have the, this is the our org Apache JMeter 1. So we can click on this. So we are able to see this monitor details, like we have the CPU memory. This is the CPU memory things. We want to, which graphs you want, you can click on this. We will be able to see for this all. And we want threads, you can select this. So this is the way. Now it is the, you can observe nothing is running. So now once we can start the test, we are able to see the CPU how it is going, and memory how it is going, and how it is the classes and objects, and how to we can take the heap dump, and how to we can analyze what are the issues, like what is the class side issue or any object issue. So we need to find these things. Okay, just we'll go to the script and we'll execute. Everything is done, right? Just you can start execution. See, now you can observe here is execution is going. Now you can go to the here, and we need for first will be need only CPU memory. You can observe if you monitor here. So this is the our memory, how it is going. We are able to seeing this. This is the CPU. So now you can observe only 100 users will happen, then we are able to see the, now you can observe only 35 users only ramp up is happen, 37 and 38. Now you can observe after 100 seconds all 100 users will be come to the picture, and they will do for the their transactions. Now you can observe only we want for the particular graph, you can click on this and we are able to see this. And now you can observe, so each and every, it is taking from the some memory, means 600 MB memory it is taking for here. And you can observe here last one, it is from the like 600 memory. You can click on here also, we are able to see the threads. Threads nothing but each and every user, how many active users, running users. You can observe here green nothing but running users, and this blue color indicating for the sleeping users, and this is the wait nothing but some users is the waiting space, and someone will be pink and someone will be db. This error nothing but red color means monitor nothing but is a CPU memory point of view. And you can click on sampler also, we are able to see the CPU memory, these all things. And otherwise you can click on here and we are able to see these graphs, CPU and memory, these all things. What you are selected, it will display those. Only if you want CPU memory, you can observe this, and you can observe for the JMeter also. So your test is completed with 2 minutes and all 100 users. Now we are not identify anything, graph will be not more than it is happened. Now what we need to do means we can increase the load. So after test is completed, you want to take for the heap dump means you can click on this. Test is completed. Now we need to analyze the results. Like it is a, what is the issue, like this class object. You can click on heap dump. See, it is a heap dump is a developed here. Now we can come to here. You can observe here. This is the summary of the entire test results. So by seeing this, we are unable to understand anything. So going to here, you can click on class, and here you can observe this all will be class files. Some bytes is one of the class, and Java long string is one of the class. So this everything is developed for developer only. So but our point, what we need to analyze means, so you can observe one of the instance, it is taking from the more memory consumption. You can observe 19% is particular this byte only it is taking. So you observe these things. So these things you need to send to the developer. Like you can click on this and you are able to see the like each and you have the different type of instance will be there, but we are unable to understand wow, which instance happen these things will be, we are unable to understand. So you can observe here also it's the object type, it is indicating for the object type and private type, this will be everything will be developer will be no. So what is our what is our thing, we observe that some byte class is taking high memory consumption. So you can click on save file and you can send this file to the our developer. Okay, we are observed that some byte class is taking high memory like consumption will be high. So could you look on this, then they will go to the this particular class why it is taking memory more, then they will analyze and they will get back you. Okay, we are find this issue, we are fix this issue, can execute again. Then once you can execute right, next time you are unable to see the this. Okay, this will be okay good. Then after that you can observe we have the 3 will be there, this 3 will be, you can observe this the 19% memory consumption happening, only one class only it is taking that much of, remaining you can observe just 0%, everything will be 0% will be there. So your test went good means, so you are able to see that everything is a 0 or 1, it less than you can see, but you can observe this particular class only it is taking high response time. So this is the APM tool you need to monitor for, this is the way. Like if you are doing for the app dynamics or any dynatrace or realistic anything you need to do for the, this is the way you need to dig the issue. Like this class, two classes is taking high response time. You can click on instances, we can see this, and so they again you can, now we are heap dump is completed. Now you want to threads, you can want to, this is the thread point of also you need to monitor point of view. So now you can observe, so here sleeping threads. So by seeing this you need to know for the which thread is sleeping, which thread is not sleeping. Now you can observe nano offset, that key is a sleeping mode, means it is a sleeping mode will be there, means that is sleeping mode means that is not doing, the thread is a sleeped. So this kind of thread you need to inform to the DB team. We observe that one of the thread is a sleeping mode, so could you please look on this issue, then they will go for their code side and they will look on that, okay why it is sleeped, so they will observe their side. So this is the way. So we are observe thread nothing but it's a object level, and we can monitor for the class level also. You can go to the particular class level also. You can click on this and click on this, and we have the threads, and this is the classes, right? Now you can observe this is the class, and we are able to see the total loaded classes and shared loaded classes. So now you can observe shared will be, we are able to seeing only for 1.0 means very less. So means it is a, there is no issue with this level, and you can observe this is the total loaded means as of now is loaded for the level. So we are able to see the total loaded and total unloaded and shared loaded, everything we are able to see. So this is the way we need to monitor, and same to the one more thing, once you are done for the heap dump, using for the, we have the one online tool will be there, that is the, what is that means, we want for the clear cutly where it is a memory is a leakage happen, where it is the class happen, where is the object happen, where thread is stuck, you want to know means we have the one heap analyzer tool will be there. We have the online also will be there, go there, and this is not. So this all will be heap analyzer heap dump analyzer tools. We have the multiples will be there. For here you can select anything is fine. For we can select for the JX-ray Java memory. We can click on that. You can download. You can click here. It is downloaded and go to here and show folder, and you can unzip this. JX-ray, right? You can check for that. This is that. You can open this mess. We can open this. You can click on this. What happens? Not open. So better to try. We have one thing will be there. That is a good thing. But what is that? This is the memory analyzer will be there. Actually, this is the good one to analyze for the heap dump or thread dump. Once you can click on this, it is open. But in my system, I am getting for this error. Version 1.0 is the JVM is not suitable for this product. So version 11 are greater than or required. It is asking. So once, so how we are analyzed here, right? Jvisulavm. So how you are analyzed here, same way you need to do for the there also. Now you can observe here memory is now it is going low less. You can observe CPU is a 0 and memory also not going more than. So this is the way we need to dig the issue as a profiling monitor or APM tool. We need to call it as a APM tool. So this JVisualM only it support for the Java based application only. You are doing for the Java based application only, we are able to monitor here. So you are doing for some other applications, we need to use for the app dynamics or Dynatrace applications. So in the Dynatrace app dynamic applications, you can do for the anything is no problem. Okay. So anyone any doubt, or we can do one more execution with maximum load with 500. And 120 seconds.
అప్లికేషన్ ఎలా బ్రేక్ చేస్తారో ఒకసారి చూపించండి.
Sorry,
అప్లికేషన్ ని ఎలా బ్రేక్ చేస్తారో చూపించండి.
బ్రేక్
అంటే
will show you. See, you can give for the 1000.
పర్ఫార్మర్
Okay.
ఎట్లా కనపడుతుంది ఇంకా అది బ్రేక్ అయినప్పుడు?
So now you can observe I given 1000 users. So we are doing for the this is sample applications. I know for this definitely this will not support for the more than 1000 because this is sample application, right? We took from the somewhere. Okay. So we need to execute this and we'll give for the time will be somewhat will be more.
అంటే లోడ్ కాకుండా స్ట్రెస్ అయినండి కంటిన్యూ పెంచుకుంటూ పోండి ఎక్కడ బ్రేక్ అవుతుందో చూద్దాము.
Now we need to know here also we need to know for the stress point of also we can design that things will be happen time. Now we can observe test is going to run and so you can observe test is going to running and you can observe here once all 1000 users will be came in the picture, we are able to see the JVisualM also memory. It is you can observe only will took from the CPU and memory and memory. So now you can observe memory is you can observe like this going. Actually previous it is going like this, means it is a memory consumption will be good, but now it's not good. By seeing here also you can identify, like you go to the task manager. So you can observe memory is task for the 85%. So actually if it is a memory is sufficient, you will get for the like this, it is going for memory like this. But here you can observe it is consumably it is going memory like this. So this is not good. You can go to the application also. Somewhere will be it is crossed or not, we can check. Still it's going application. Okay. See, now it's failed. Means application and stopping. So this, so where it is, which user it is caused also, we need to identify this. How we can identify means we can come to, and where it is onwards is failing your system. You can click on anything, what is the error and why it is failed, we are able to see. Now we can observe here, this is the error. So HTTP response message socket is closed. Means you don't have for memory for particular user, you want to execute for that particular user, you don't have memory. So that is why your application will be crashed. So assembly can observe here, some memory leakage also it is happen here. So this is the, like this is happen means there is a memory leak is issued in our application. So you can click on anything, it will show for this message, and assembly you can go to the request and response you can go, and you will get for the socket closed error. So you can check this and you can go to sample request. This is the, when it is happen also we are able to see all things. Okay. See, we can see for the each thread point wise, we can select this and we are able to see the what is the time has happened and what is the which thread means first user only 548 iteration is failed. So one first user only 548 user is failed means 548 iteration is failed. You can observe what is that error and everything we are able to see here. You can observe some HTTP response code, some Java.NET exception issue. So if it is Java.NET exception issue means it's a memory issue. So we are seeing here also it is caused for the more than 84% and 95% because your test is completed is the memory is down. See last time how much it will be there, 85 will be there. But now it is actually we are doing for the Windows, so that is why it is cost for the more than 80% and then CPU memory is not sufficient. You can observe here also we have the click on this and how much is available and how much is committed we are able to see. Actually total is a 6.5 GB, for that is committed 10 and only we have the free memory you can observe only available 1.3 GB. Means so this is the way you need to, now we observe that CPU is not good for this number of users point of view. So it's clear everyone. So you guys can try with the your scenarios, like you can design the stress test. You can increase the load. First will be start with 100 and after that you can increase with the 25%, 125. And you need to increase the load and you need to find the breaking point of the our application.
అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఈ మానిటరింగ్ టూల్‌లో ఒకటి మెమరీ ఒక్కటేనా ఇప్పుడు ప్రాబ్లమ్ వచ్చిండేదండి?
So not only memory, we have the lot of things, right? You can observe in Jvisulavm. So it is the, this is the memory issue, okay? And as same to the we have the, you can heap dump, you can take from the heap dump. We are able to seeing that, right? You can observe here. You can see the class levels and object levels and thread levels and everything we are able to observe. You can this heap dump you can using for the heap analyzer tool you can like import it, then you are able to see the very clear cut with the pictures also we are able to see there. So like we can get for the some pie chart and where it is a memory leak has happened and everything we are able to see there. So you guys can install this software, memory analyzer will be there, and Jvisulavm if you install for the 1.8 only you are able to get this. Okay. So anyone regarding this, Any doubt?
Heap ఏందండి heap memory అంటే ఏంది?
See, we have the JVM will be there. In Java, we have the Java virtual machine will be there. Okay. There we have the two memories. One is the XMS settings, one is the XMS setting. So there will be XMS settings means small, like application point of view, they will utilize for the 30%. So, and XMX settings, they will give for the 70% for the application. So this is the heap size. Actually, they are giving for the 70% is heap size. So that is the depends on the Java virtual machine. It is come. Okay. So everyone good. We can go to close class. Thank you for joining, everyone. I think no one is talking, right? Thank you. We'll discuss tomorrow class. Okay. Thank you. Bye.